Welcome to this video review of the Hazetac channel Balisong. These are just my impressions, just what I think. If I'm making a technical mistake, please correct me in the comments. But first of all, it's a gorgeous knife. It's a pretty thing. Shiny, pretty. It's like a piece of kinetic jewelry. I like it. And one of the other outstanding features of this knife is the sound it makes. A lot of people are looking for that in a Balisong now, the sound, and this one is outstanding. Let me turn the microphone around and I'll give you an example. Rings like a chime. Let's take a closer look at some of the different aspects of the blade. These Balisongs come in 3 blade styles. There's a Tonto, a Kukri, and this one's a Bowie. And also different blade steels too. There's a lot of options on these knives. You really have to talk to the maker to figure out what you want and what he can make for you. The one aspect of the Bowie blade is it's got a very fine point here. It will get you. You need to keep a close eye on it when you're throwing the knife around. Keeps you paying attention, keeps you on your toes, which is good. There's some nice milling lines here along the blade. They're really well done, kind of thicker towards the bottom where the edge is sharpened on this primary bevel here, to thinner and thinner lines up to the flat. So that comes out really nice. The spine of the blade is not crowned, which is unusual for a Balisong. Usually we have crowned spines. I don't find it a problem. It feels comfortable to me. There's a little bit of a bevel on this edge, so it's all good. There's nothing here that can pinch you, which is a really nice feature. And this area of the Tang is kind of unusual. It's almost big enough so you could chaplain on the sharp of the blade and still not cut yourself. I don't think it's designed for that, and you probably would still have the ring of shame, but it's a little bit forgiving. It's kind of nice. We have the Tang pins here, which are also kind of a satin finish. They look great, and they're meaty. I don't think there'll ever be a problem with them falling out or causing a problem. Compare it with the Alpha Beast. These Tang pins are 157 thousandths, and the Alpha Beast is, which of course is sufficient and never a problem, at least from anything I've heard, 127 thousandths. So we've got some nice meaty Tang pins on the blade here, and also a nice little engraving of Colorado, USA, so it's a USA made, and the steel type. There's different steels available, and this one happens to be S45VN, which is amazing. Very high quality steel. You don't usually see that in a Balisong. And excellent for edge retention and corrosion resistance. And there's a nice little image of an open Balisong here as well in this section. The flip side of the blade is there's nothing written there. So all in all, I think it's a nice looking blade. Let's take a look at the handles. It's kind of nice. Nicely polished. Has just one cutout with a kind of a sunburst, 3 lines coming up through the cutout. Nicely polished. Latchless design. Of course, it runs on bushings and phosphor bronze washers. Speed channel. It's jimping on the edge of the handles. Both sides here. Oh, and it also has this here, this, let's see if I can get closer, like a spanner bit here, which is nice looking. It does not come with a spanner bit, or this one, mine didn't. I may get one, so I can adjust which way those holes line up. But it's not required to have any special bit to take this apart. Take it apart like you would a regular ballet, just squeeze the handle to take off the pivots. But perfectly tuned. Very nice. Next, let's take a look at the size and weight, compare it with kind of an industry standard of the BRS Alpha Beast. The size is pretty much the same length handle, maybe a 1/16 shorter on the handle, if that. And the blade is also just very slightly shorter than the BRS Alpha Beast. The balance point here, I would call this a neutral flipper. It's really an outstanding flipper, but there's the balance point. And let's just check the weight. We have 5.14 on the Alpha Beast and 4.503 on the Hazetac. So it's nice and light. It's perfect. I guess the only thing I really don't like about this knife is his name, the Hazetac Devil. I think the name Devil came from the internet blade forum that's been around forever, the Jersey Devil. So that's just me. I'll call it my Hazetac Channel Balisong. Good enough. It's a beautiful knife, high quality construction, high quality materials, top tier flipper. The maker has a web page where he has some interesting stories about his history and also his core values, that kind of thing. And they're really where to get the pricing and to get an idea of what's up. Find him on Instagram.